Hey everybody, Carol here. Do you like designing with all these great fonts that you have in Cricut Design Space? Well, let me and my cat show you how to do some designing in InkScape. I think you'll like the results. They're going to look really great. So here is a font that I like in Design Space. It's called Bonita. It's one that I believe I downloaded from DaFont. It's a nice font that you could use to put on a sign or cut out for an iron-on vinyl. But when you do any kind of fonts in Design Space, this is how they come out, which is happy birthday. Your letters are not close together. You know that you have to ungroup it. You can decrease your letter space, or you can literally slide each letter together to kind of get them to attach to each other so you can weld it or attach it for a cut or a cut and print. And it works, and I've done it, but I'm lazy and I would really rather have my fonts look really nice right out of the bat. So I've been using InkScape to design my fonts. InkScape is a free download. It is a graphics type program where you can make and save SVG files, which are scalable vector graphics. That's really complicated, and I kind of know what it means. I am a very much a beginner with InkScape, so there's a lot I need to learn, but there are some things that you can do in InkScape that don't require a PhD in graphic design, and fonts are one of them. So I have downloaded in InkScape the same font, which is called Bonita, and I'm going to go ahead and show you how it looks here. And I'm spelling out happy birthday. Now, why it shows up so small like that, I don't know. I did click on my letter A over here, I beg your pardon, which gives me all my fonts, and my font selections are up on the top. And pretty much every font you have in Design Space should be also in your download of InkScape. Right here is your select file. So as soon as I select it, you can see these little arrows show up. And I have this much nicer looking happy birthday. So you're saying, that's really cool. How do I get that into Cricut Design Space? Not difficult. What you need to do is don't save it as it is, because if you save it as it is right now and you go and you upload it into Cricut Design Space, it's going to just come up with a blank field. It's not going to recognize this text. You have to change it to a path. So you go up here to path and you go object to path. And again, I truly don't know what path means. InkScape experts can tell you, because they do some utterly amazing designs in InkScape, but I know just for what I need it, this will work. So now I just want to go ahead and save it. So I'm going to save as, and I have a little InkScape download file. So I'm going to put happy birthday. And I'm going to save it. Well, I think I put happy birthday. Now, one thing I do forget is this has been saved, and this number up here is like -400. So when it shows up in Cricut Design Space, you may not even see it on the screen because it's going to be on your negative x-axis. I probably should really put it over here and save it in this little box because I'm at the 0. But let's go see what it looks like in Cricut Design Space. So here we go. Okay, we're going to upload, and hopefully my internet will behave. So I'm going to look for happy birthday because I can't spell. And unable to upload images. Okay, now I've got a bad internet connection. So that's just what I need. Let me try again. And I do sometimes have a bad internet. Let's try it again. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. Now you can see I've got my SVG happy birthday file. I can save it. And I've got it right here. And if I put this into Design Space, and again, you can see it's kind of off to the negative side. If you can move it over and you can see what a nice difference this is between the two of them. Now this is, right now at this point, it is each individual letter. It is grouped. You can ungroup it and move your letters around. But generally for me, I like to take this and cut this out in like some vinyl or some iron-on to put on a project. So at this point, I'd like to weld it, and now you can see it changed it to a cut. So there you go. You can see that the fonts coming out of InkScape look a whole lot better than when you do them in Cricut Design Space. But I like to bring them over to Cricut Design Space and adjust their size and change to a weld, or maybe change their color or add any kind of images. I far prefer to do that in Cricut Design Space, but I do just like to do my font work in InkScape.